Hello, I'm at the Mile High warehouse, the dry warehouse. I am in a corner where there's a clean out in the wall, on the wall. You see kind of where I'm at. I am on the, I believe, the southwest corner of at least this giant room. We were called out because Jason and a couple other guys have came out here a couple times because the floor drain backing up. It's the same floor drain. It is the closest floor drain to me. It happens to be about 75 feet away. Whenever they try to snake through the floor drain, it's not on a P-trap. You cannot snake it or camera it because it immediately 90s into the sewer, and there's no way to get the camera or the snake to go that way. So this is where we were operated from. We did have the line backed up when we got here, and so I did go ahead and snake it up to 120 feet. Very, very difficult. Very difficult. And the reason because of that is because this massive amount of scale that is accumulated. So looking at this is drained collectively from the inside all the way out. It's probably somewhere in the neighborhood, and I'm just rough balling here, 500 or 600 feet at max. It might be a little shorter, but we will go ahead and start cameraing it. This way we can go ahead and see all the scale. Now there are multiple floor drains and multiple cleanouts down the way toward the outside portion. I did locate a, visually located a two-way riser that are white in the like the bush area right by the door that's close to, I believe, is 505, the Southwest Chili Company. So right now we're gonna go ahead and zero out our distance reader, which is on the lower left-hand side of your screen. So we're going to see pooling of water collectively throughout here, and that may be indicative of any type of settling or belly, but really there's so much scaling here that surprised me that there's just pools of water throughout. So regardless of what we see today, I have already recommended a jetter service. I have yet to see any breaks or cracks in the line. It's just heavily corroded. At one point we did see what kind of looked like a large paper clip at 75 feet. That may or may not been solely our culprit, but it definitely did not help. I did attempt to use an auger and a snake in the floor drain to get it out, and it seems like we lost it, and we did not push it all the way. So we're going to take our time when we get to 70 feet or so to really make sure that we can see as much as we can, okay? So obviously you see how much this is. This on its own is already an issue. So regardless of any foreign object that may or may not be located in this line, the scale is going to cause a lot of issues. You can see where some of this concrete has been broken up, but we know that it's all cast iron. It's probably pretty old still, and it's a lot. So possibility that there's some old cast in here that's really flaking with the calcium magnesium. I'm gonna have someone flush the toilet to wash off the head of my camera. I'll be right back. All right, now we have a little bit of a better picture for the, as we continue on. I'll let this water go down a little bit more. What's that? Sorry guys, I'm in the warehouse. We're just trying to keep noises down, as well as there's people asking some questions here and there, so I apologize. So see that scaling that's flaking off whenever my camera did that. That's a lot what we're dealing with. It's probably a visual of the scaling is probably due to, well, one, the age potentially, but it is a large warehouse with a lot of cast iron that probably has, you know, floor cleaner and floor, you know, other things that are going down here. That's going to make this process a little more expedited compared to maybe a residential. What I'm looking for is to see if there's anything on our left side that's foreign object wise. I did not see anything the first few times I cameraed here, so just double checking here. But lots of scale anytime this line takes a turn like we did. Duracable, the snaking, will not do that much. We need a large force of water, which is the reason why we recommended the jetter service. Lot of debris built up right here. Now the block was 75 feet out. That is exactly the same place where Jason had his issues, and if I'm not mistaken, the people before me were having the same reoccurring issue. And there is a turn there as well, or close to there. So it might be just scale all in that spot, but like I said, there was that piece that we are looking for. Man, that's filled up as pretty high. Now I ran the snake twice. It's not a good way to run water. Water is your key here, but even if you ran multiple bathrooms, you really kind of want more. Okay, so to our left here, I think my distance reader is off a little bit because it was saying 73 earlier, but here we have, to our left is the floor drain in question. Scoot past it a little bit, and we're going to go back slowly looking for any foreign objects. It's also very possible that the little piece that I found was breakable, and I've broken into smaller pieces, which would be good because then it'd be easier to send down the line. I'm really thinking that maybe a lot of the scale is getting hung up right here. I'm not seeing anything foreign. Then again, it is hard to tell with the standing water due to the scale. That floor drain is not on a P-trap, but I did camera through there, and there is no foreign object in the floor drain itself at this time. I'm not really seeing much of anything, so we're going to continue slowly. That little lip we're seeing is a fitting, not a crack. So we're about to run up close to see that's the floor drain to our left. Again, this floor drain was not backed up. Oh, I'm sorry, I am mistaken. I apologize. This is a clean out. So I guess I could still say the clean out was dry. So the block was not this far. The block was upstream. That clean out and the floor drain that's just past it that we'll see in just a second. That will be what I found afterwards, and there's no signs of backup here or any recently. So a problematic area happens to be right where that floor drain is, around the 670 to 75 foot mark. So our recommendation, regardless of what the little foreign object I may have seen, is to jet this line, and the jetter should get all the scale, vast majority of it, as well as if it's something small, it will probably go ahead and pick that up and send it on the way with the vast volume of water. The outside risers where you would work from, that ensures that you have the least potential of any splashback or flooding. But those jetter guys can go over with you how that kind of works. So we're going to push on as far as I can. I probably won't be able to get too much farther than this. I could only get to about 90 the first time, and that is because of the distance and the amount of turns due with all that scale. But from here on out, I did inspect the other clean outs and the other floor drains, and everything looks like it's been running fine from past that problematic area that I've explained. So it just needs to get jetted. If anything arises and it continues to be a problem, even after the jetter service, we're going to recommend maybe replacing the floor drain that keeps backing up, as well as a camera after a jetting service is maybe necessary, just to make sure that we're not missing anything due to the vast amounts of scale. So I'm not going to be able to push much further, but we'll go ahead and... Okay, yeah, we're there. So that's as far as I can go from this clean out. Like I said, all the other clean outs and floor drains looked good and operable. So we just need to jet this line, maybe camera afterwards, and if any problem arises after that, then we'll talk about maybe replacing the floor drain. There is an invoice summary that will have all this on a text, so that if you like to read that, you can. If there's any other questions, feel free to give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you very much for your time.